Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is VladimirCR, and this is my long play of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. I do have a few mods installed on the game, but they will not change the game up in a super significant way. However, I will discuss each one of them as they become evident in the video. Starting with this one right now. This is a brand new character that I literally just made right before I started recording. I figured I would cut that part out because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me messing around with facial settings and whatnot for 5 or 6 minutes. So this first mod that is being featured, more or less, is the alternate start live another life mod, and it allows you to bypass the vanilla beginning of the game and start in several different situations, each one of which is very unique. They also have racially specific starts as well. I'm playing an Imperial, and we're about to get this thing started. Here we go. To activate the mod, we start off in this jail cell, this little tiny jail cell. For those of you that know the game inside and out, this is actually the abandoned prison, which you can find not too far away from, I believe it's Valtheim Towers. But anyway, so here we go. Let's talk to Mara here.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
I usually like starting as a new member of a guild because it usually starts you off with guild-specific equipment, gets you a bit of a head start in your play, and it helps out a lot. I like to play stealthier characters, and I enjoy doing a lot of work with being sneaky for the most part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start.
Which guild are you a new recruit for?
I'm going to start with the Dark Brotherhood, which is the Assassination Guild, or the Assassin's Guild. And what I'm going to get from that is an ebony dagger, a base level ebony dagger, and I'm going to get the shrouded armor that the Dark Brotherhood gives me, or rather that I receive from Astrid. So as soon as we load in here, we will get this thing started. Since I have a few minutes, once we get to the end of the video, if you guys liked it, if you enjoyed it, please tap that like button for me. And if you want to see more content like this, then also feel free to hit the subscribe buttons, and I would appreciate it very much. So here we go.
I hope you found the place all right.
So what happens now?
What happens now is you start your new life in the Dark Brotherhood. You're part of the family, after all. This, as you can see, is our sanctuary. You won't find a safer place in all of Skyrim. So get comfortable.
I am honored to be a part of your family, Astrid.
Our family, my dearest. Our family. Together, united as one, the Dark Brotherhood can accomplish anything. But you must be anxious to get to work. I'm arranging a job, but need a bit more time. For now, go see Nazir. He's got several smaller contracts. Soon, the Night Mother will arrive, and things around here are sure to get even more interesting. But one last thing. A welcome home present. The armor of the Dark Brotherhood. May it serve you well in all your endeavors.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to get a lot more interesting around here now that I'm in this sucker. There are going to be a lot of people dying by my hands, and I'm going to say I'm more than likely going to enjoy every agonizing second of it. Go ahead and grab that book for the alteration skill increase, and then over here there is another set of, I believe this is actually the shrouded robes, exactly. So for your magic using characters, you would come over here and pick those up. But right now, we're going to come over here and talk to our buddy Nazir, and we're going to hear everybody else's stories from their recent kills.
Okay, wait. Here we go. Oh, you're such a pretty little girl. With the sweetie like a sweetie? Oh yes, how about some chocolate? Oh yes, please, kind sir. My mama and papa left me all alone, and I'm so very hungry. I know a shortcut to the candy shop, through this alley. Oh yeah, very good, very good. Mine's dark down here. Oh, but you're so beautiful, such a lovely smile. teeth! No!
Oh, bad, but you are so wicked.
What about you, Festus? How did that last contract turn out?
Oh, yes, please, old man. Regale us with your tales of wizardry.
Ah, the young and stupid. Always mocking the experienced and brilliant. My contract went very well, I'll have you know. Tried a new spell. Little something I've been working on in my spare time. Came this close to turning that priest inside out. Damned messy.
And what of your latest, Arnbjorn? Something about a Khajiit. Merchant, was it?
Oh, a big doggy chasing a little kitty. How adorable.
I am not adorable. It was not funny, and he wasn't a merchant. He was a Khajiit monk, a master of the Whispering Fang style. But now he's dead, and I have a new loincloth.
LOL. Arnbjorn, you're so funny. Nazir,
So
my friend.
you're the newest member of our dwindling, dysfunctional little family. I've heard quite a bit about you.
I want to say you'll hear even more, but it's a pleasure to meet you.
Save the niceties for now. I have no intention of getting invested in someone who may be dead tomorrow. If you're still breathing in a few weeks, I'm sure we'll be the best of friends.
I could say the same for you.
Did she now? Well, as it turns out, there are a few lingering contracts we haven't had the chance to complete just yet. And more, dribbling in from time to time. I'll assign them to you as they become available, to be completed at your leisure.
Sounds simple enough.
It is. These aren't particularly glamorous assassinations, I'll be honest. Don't pay much either. But they'll keep you busy. Just do them as you're able. There's no real time limit. The targets aren't going anywhere. You can turn each one in as it's completed, or wait and turn in the whole group when all the targets have been eliminated. Whichever works for you.
Well, I'm ready for the first set of contracts.
Well then, let's get started. I've got 3 available right now. Your targets are the beggar Narfi, an ex-miller named Enodius Papias, and Baytil, a mine boss. When you've completed all those, we'll see if I might have some more. Good. You reek of death. He lives just outside Anga's mill in the woods. He was once the miller. Now Papias is just a paranoid recluse who thinks someone is out to get him. And he's right. He's a hapless beggar living in some ruins just outside the village of Iverstead. Easy, even for you. She separated from her husband several months ago. Now the two run competing mining operations. Baytild's angry and desperate, a fighter.
My favorite.
Happy hunting.
Okay, so we have our first set of contracts. We're going to go ahead and get the heck out of here. And we will be heading towards Whiterun, because I can take a carriage from there to get closer to where I need to go to kill our first target. Or actually, it might be simpler to walk from Whiterun. We'll see. I know the last time I played through using this mod in this way, I actually ran across a horse on the road. And while it was owned by somebody, I also found the owner's body nearby. He had been killed by wolves, which I proceeded to kill. And I ended up stealing a dead man's horse. Still haven't quite forgiven myself for it yet, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Oh, which reminds me, I have not put on our new armor yet. This is the leather armor. But we have an awesome new set of shrouded armor. And we also have a weapon, like I said before. Oop, need to take that helmet off though. Looks kind of silly without the rest of the leather armor. Here we go. That's our assassin. He's a little skinny though, but it's so he can fit into tight places and be quiet. Let's see if I get lucky again and find a horse on the road. Chances are I'm actually probably going to run across a couple of wolves before I get too far away from the sanctuary. It certainly happened last time. Actually, I need to make sure that I know exactly where I'm going here. So we're walking up on Falkreath, and we need to be heading towards Whiterun. We also need to make sure that I don't want that, and I want these. There we go. Now those are going to tell us where we need to go. This one is Enodius Papias. This is Baytild. She's the mine owner. And then way down here near Iverstead somewhere, which is actually right here, is Narfi. They're all pretty easy to complete in terms of contracts. But for just starting off in the game, it's nice to go at a steady pace. Oh no, it's a courier. I know exactly what it's going to tell me to.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands are moving. Let's see here. Now there's a new lady in charge of the orphanage in Riften. She asked me to hand out these notices to everyone I met. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
See ya. That's a bit of a continuity thing. Because I chose to start off with the Dark Brotherhood, for those of you that have played through Skyrim before, your first mission actually comes from a little boy in Windhelm named Aventus Aretino, who asked you to kill the lady in charge of the Honor Hall orphanage in Riften, because he was a tenant of this orphanage, and she is actually a very, very mean person, despite her name being Grella the Kind. Our first contract was to kill her, and because I started off with the Dark Brotherhood like this, the game assumes that I've already killed her. So, because I am now a member, a fully fledged member of the Assassin's Guild, or the Dark Brotherhood, when we actually have not technically done that yet. And here we probably have our first fight. Oh yeah, I need to put my magic on as well. Cheat game options, spell options, and teleport I don't intend to use. They're a part of another mod that I don't intend to use for this playthrough, because I'm trying to keep this as legitimate as possible, but there are certain mods that I couldn't pass up, like Live Another Life, and there are a couple of graphical upgrades as well. But the flame spell is actually going to be quite handy here, because we're going to have to get close to this guy, or both of these guys up here, and they have bows and arrows, so hopefully we can get close enough if I can glitch my way up these rocks. And surprise, they got me. Probably that guy. You first. And he's down. And shoot. There we go. You're next. There we go. I want your arrows, your garnet, your gold, your lockpick, and your bow. You can keep the rest of that. My armor's better. And then you, I want your arrows and your gold, and you can keep the rest of that junk. Anyway, moving on to Whiterun. Once we get to Whiterun, I'm actually probably going to cut the video off, because it seems like it's dragging on a little bit. This will be a long play, but it's going to be a multi-episode long play. I'm not going to sit down for hours upon hours on end straight trying to record a video and make my way through the story, especially using this mod, because it kind of screws up a few things in terms of the lineage of the actual story quests. And unfortunately, I have not run. This guy's looking for a fight, I believe, if I remember correctly. Maybe not.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
How dare you? I do like milk.
Why? What are you gonna do? Cry?
Back
I
off.
don't have to take that from you. You're mine.
You don't have to take it from me, but you're going to. I'm gonna whittle your health down with this, and then come in for the kill, just like that. Ooh, he was so tough. See, that's what he gets for talking all that good stuff right there. But anyway, moving on. Right now, we're actually heading towards, I think we've actually veered off course a little bit. we're still heading more or less in the right direction. We're actually going to make a pit stop in Riverwood and sell off a few things and stock up on some other things. And unfortunately, it does not look like I'm going to get lucky enough to come across a horse on this particular playthrough. Excuse me, Mr. Fox, walking here. What have we over here? See, this is why it's hard for me to play Skyrim, because I get distracted easily. I have gaming ADD. It's awesome. It's like the best thing ever. I'm going to pick this lock real quick. Uh-oh. I actually prefer the lock-picking system from Oblivion because it's a little bit more involved and not so much easy. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys have decided to come back for a fight, huh? That's alright. Where'd he go? There he is. Haha. Got a couple of skill increases off of that. Let's see. I will take your arrows, your gold, your lockpicks. The hunting bow would be better than the longbow. I want this pickaxe too. If I can pick it up. Or is that on his body? That's on his body. Okay. We'll go ahead and take that, because it will come in handy later for digging out ores, for making our weapons and whatnot. Take the gold. There's nothing else I want. And your arrows and your gold. Which reminds me, I need to go ahead and put that bow on as a favorite, as well as the arrows. And we're actually going to do a little bit of archery, I guess would be the best way to explain it. I prefer to kill my targets from a distance. If I ever put up a Battlefield play, excuse me, a Battlefield 4 play for you guys, then you'll notice that I tend to favor the sniper class. I like to be a good little distance away from my enemies to be able to knock them down before they even realize what hit them. We still heading the right way? Ooh, nope, we have veered off course. Time to turn around. Still would be so much handier to have a horse. But unfortunately, I can't afford one yet. And besides, I might not have to afford one anyway. It would not be the first time I've stolen a horse, so. But I would like to feel like I'm making some progress towards Whiterun. I'm not going to investigate Helgen. Not right now anyway. If I wanted to continue the story of Helgen, I'm sure you, yeah, there he is. That's eventually going to be the last boss of the game, flying off now. There are certain pieces left from the vanilla intro, the vanilla start for the game, that are not changed in the mod. So we will still see Alduin and whatnot, but we still get to do this basically more or less our way. And we will eventually go on with story missions, but I kind of wanted to get a little bit further on in the Dark Brotherhood to kind of get some fundage built up so that I might be able to afford better gear and whatnot, or at least the materials used to make better gear. Nice little bit of mountain climbing for you guys there. Now, if I am where I think I am, 2 wolves should be coming out of nowhere to attack me. I know it really shows, if I am where I think I am, it really shows how much I've played this game, that I know that these wolves are going to come out at me around here. Because this is the path that we would normally take to Riverwood if we were playing the vanilla start of the game. But we're not. So actually we must have bypassed the wolves, because that's Riverwood right there. And actually I think once I get to Riverwood, we'll cut it off and we'll leave it for the next episode. And we'll make our way to Whiterun and hopefully be able to knock out our 3 targets and then report back to Narfi, which we can now fast travel to him down here at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary outside of Falkreath. But in any case, so here we are in Riverwood. I'm going to run over here to the trader real quick while I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bit of a side quest from them that's part of, it's in addition to the main quest later on.
Well, one of us has to do something.
They're discussing the Golden Claw right now that's sitting up in Bleak Falls Barrow. We'll go and get that shortly.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh,
You think so?
a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
No problem, bruh.
Well,
I didn't
don't
hear
know what
anything.
you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Why, did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Ooh, that sounds expensive.
You could.
I mean, I could help you get that
Got
claw
some
back,
coin coming in from my last shipment. It's
and then
yours
steal it
if
back
bring
from
my
you and sell it
claw
at a
back.
profit.
Now, if you're going to get those thieves,
But that's neither here nor there.
falls bare. The sooner you find. I think I have a few old spell books laying about.
Awesome. Let's sell the
One
stuff
more,
we
you'll
don't
have to
need.
go to the College of Winterhold.
Yay, new level. I don't think I can disenchant this. So I am going to keep it for now, though. That's everything we can sell. He does have some spell books. Clairvoyance comes in handy. And I do definitely want Frostbite as well. And luckily we can afford both of them. Well, anyway, I'm going to leave this video off here because I feel like I've gone on for a little bit longer than I should have. But when we come back, we will take on our next set of our first set of contracts after going to Whiterun, because it's a whole lot easier to get through to our objective place if we can take a cart there and pay someone to drive us in a horse and carriage to our destination. But in any case, again, if you guys like the video, if you want to see more like this, please feel free to give me a like and slam that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.